You know, the Classic is a different tournament than all the other Elite Series tournaments that we fish. Now, the regular season of the Elite Series is intense, a lot of competition, but when you get to the Classic, it is a culmination. It truly is the Super Bowl of bass fishing. It is the one place where hundreds of thousands of bass anglers all come together. I mean, there was over 150,000 people at the Expo over 3 days. That's a lot of eyeballs. That's a lot of people coming to see exactly what the Classic is all about. We're not even talking about all of the people watching online, Bassmaster.com, all this kind of stuff. So when we're talking about the Classic, there is definitely another level of pressure, of intensity, of making sure you do everything in your power to have a really good showing. Here we are, Bassmaster Classic Day 1. We are at the launch site and it is already a show, baby. It is already a show. I mean, I'm one of the, I think the 4th or 5th one to launch this morning, and there's already a massive crowd over here at the boat ramp just watching us launch. It's amazing. I got my boat floating out there, so I'm gonna go back and get into it. We're gonna get after it today. Stay along with us. We're gonna try to bring you some action today, but yeah, check this action out. You wait all year to fish the Classic. I mean, you have to make it first. So when you get to the Bassmaster Classic, it is all about trying to win. We started out in one of these drains. Now, if you're not familiar with herring lakes, in the wintertime, these bass and the herring will get in these drains early in the morning. There's some activity. That's what I was caught fish early every morning of practice. So I started out day 1 in the drain I felt like had the most potential for big fish, and it did produce. Start. Yeah, I never reeled it. It was just sinking. I just felt it. I know what that is. After a little bit of action there early on that drain bite, I was still disappointed. I was hoping to catch one of those 3, 4, 5 pounders that you can often do on that drain bite. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna go put a limit in the boat, settle me down, and then I'm just gonna focus on getting some big bites. So I ran up the lake, a little more stained water, and we started putting fish in the boat immediately. Call them 1-3. Nice. Subtle bite right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Bigger.
Sir.
186. So we'll call it on 111. Looks like it took off right. I mean, he just started just coasting it off that point, just booking it.
Really?
That was awesome. I could barely keep up with him. That might be 2 pounds. Getting close.
These freaking spots are awesome. So aggressive.
Two.
1, 2. Right underneath. Saw that one hop on. Oh, cool. Large. Start upgrading. Buddy.
Just thought he was. Carolina rig was doing work when I got up there, man. It was just, you know, fish after fish. It didn't take long. We had, you know, 10 or 11 pounds. That's kind of what I figured. I figured that the most we could probably catch would be, you know, 12 or 13 pounds on that bite, but it didn't take us but, you know, less than 2 hours. Caught some fish, called a number of times, and then I was able to change gears and go hunting for those big ones. And my bite's in the dirty water like this. You'll go like that, nothing, 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 and then you go to stretch, it's like bing, 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 and then you go for a long stretch with nothing.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but like they pull up in little wolf packs or something, I don't know. I think it's bait related. Like you'll get to a little stretch and there'll just be a bunch of bait like up against the bank and bang, bang, bang.
Oh.
Sorry. I don't know.
Go in the right direction.
Oh, bleachy.
Yeah, they're white. Jiggy?
Yep.
Nice. Come on in.
You good? You good?
Yeah, baby.
That'll go. Thank you.
I love that jig bite.
Donk.
So sweet.
trying a bunch of different stuff. In the afternoon, after we put that limit in the boat, I mean, I tried some dirty water, tried some chatterbait, tried fishing docks. I got a few bites doing that in practice, throwing the glide bait. I was throwing everything that I thought I could do to try to catch one of those big ones. And every time I got a bite, it was not the ones we needed. So, had a little less than 12 pounds on day one. A little disappointing, but like just on the very outskirts of still having a chance. All right, so day one is done, and we're getting ready to head into Greenville and weigh these suckers in. I think I've got to play me a little catch up, but that's what we got to do. We'll see what they weigh here in just a few minutes. First things first at the Classic, everybody fishes the first 2 days. Then day 3 is only the top 25. So you have to make sure that you at least are in the top 25 to give yourself a chance to win. Now, I was outside of that after the first day. So objective for day 2 was going to be make sure I make the top 25. All right, here we are, day 2, Bassmaster Classic. Got Bart over here, going to see all the action. Got some ground to make up. Had 11-12 yesterday, 42nd. Not where we wanted to be on day 1, but we're gonna have to put on something, because look at this crowd up here. Is unbelievable. It's crazy. So we're gonna have to bring it today. Get out here. All these spectator boats. Got a little cloud cover. See what that does to them. Gentlemen, and 9-time angler of the year. Kickoff earlier this year from Salem, Virginia. What a mess. 1, 2. We started in a brand new drain on day 2, one where I thought I could at least get some bites, and sure enough, I caught a fish to start off the day. It was a 2-pounder, nothing to write home about, but man, still just feel like I missed that whole drain bite for the early morning, and not sure what I would do differently on that, but that was okay. I know I could still catch a limit, and we went ahead and did that, and we just put the wood on a whole bunch of them. I mean, it's fishing. You're gonna have some fun, right? A little more meat. Hold up, buddy. I don't know if he's quite 2 pounds, but he's close. We'll call him 111. I'm 112. 112. I don't want to disrespect him.
Yes, sir.
Yes. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for right there, baby. That's it. Bigger than anything I caught yesterday. 2 3/4 maybe. Oh, 210. 210. Well, give me a little on that. Upside down. There you go. We do things big. Call one of those rats. How much? That was crazy, wasn't it? You got it and you're running. I mean, like gone.
Right at you.
Gone. I don't call that little guy. I don't call that little baby. I think. Better start. Better start weighing them now. Same size. A little cool. Well, spotted bass did not disappoint again, and my Missile Baits Baby Destroyer on the Carolina rig is such a good, reliable spotted bass lure. It's crazy. Caught a bunch of fish. Had a lot of fun. Had one opportunity. One came off. I don't know what was, something wrong with my hook or what it was, but that fish would have given me a little more weight, but still not the big class of fish that we needed to make a big move. So I knew I had at least 11 pounds, and I said, okay, let's go hunting for those 4, 5, 6 pounders. Once again, I went back, hunted around some docks, went back into some more stained water, and man, just I tried everything I could. Slightly bigger. Call him 1.9. More weight. I don't think it's bigger than 185 or 188. Sweet Carolina's doing the trick, baby. Sweet Carolina, baby. Sweet. I was putting a lot of spotted bass in the boat, but The problem was they were all small. You know, fishing those deeper docks with that Neko rig can be a good way to catch 3 and 4 pound spots. And I never ran across one single good one. And that was the reason I did not quite catch 12 pounds. I think I had 11, 13 or something like that, just short of 12 pounds, left me outside of the top 25. And sure enough, working the Expo on day 3.
Looking forward to seeing you, but you know what? There's one thing I know will make you feel better after a tough day. Let's hear it for ladies and gentlemen, man. And let's bring our next up.
So day 2, you're rolling through the arena. I knew I didn't have enough to make day 3, which was very disappointing, but there is no thrill like coming into that arena that is totally packed when they're playing your song, they're calling out your name, they're calling out your hometown, and then you look over on the side and you see your family and your friends, along with all the other people in there. It's a really, really awesome experience as a bass angler, and I was just trying to cherish it because I knew it was not my turn to win this Bassmaster Classic, but I was going to go ahead and cherish it, enjoy it. I enjoyed it with my family, enjoyed it with my friends, and then I went in there and worked on day 3. I heard the Expo was busy, but I did not understand quite how many people were in there. Unbelievable. I mean, even I had a line the entire time the Expo was open. People waiting for autographs and pictures and that kind of stuff. Really humbling and great to see our sport growing to the level that it is. And Bassmaster and Bass are doing an amazing job with that. And the Expo was just an awesome culmination. You know, for the last couple years, we've not really been able to gather like this year, and luckily things are opening back up, and bass fishermen, boy, they want to talk fishing and they want to see fishing lures, and by golly, that's what they did at the Bassmaster Classic this year. And I'm just glad I was able to enjoy day 3 with so many friends and fans. You know, looking back on it, I felt like that the dock pattern definitely won the Classic. That's what Jason Christie was doing. You know, shout out to him. He's a great guy, a great human being. And I'll tell you one quick story before we go about the person he is. I went into the Champions Toast right towards the end, and I had my friend's son, 11 years old, totally eat up with bass fishing. He was with me. We went up there, took a couple pictures with Jason, and somebody gave him that big Happy Gilmore check that, you know, you've seen out there, gave him this check. We took a picture with it, and then as we were turning around to get ready to leave, Jason said, hey buddy, what's your name? And he said, Trevin. And so he signed it to him, Trevin, don't spend it all at one place. Obviously it was a joke, it's not a real check, but it is a real Happy Gilmore check, and he gave it to Trevin. He took it home. Man, you could not have imagined how it made him feel. You know, 11-year-old going to his first Bassmaster Classic and gets the winner's Happy Gilmore check. He's just, he was so pumped. But that just goes to show the kind of person that Jason Christie is. So I was blown away by that from Jason, and just kind of shows you the person he is. But you know, looking back on it, I don't know that I would have changed anything. I really tried that dock pattern. It just was not happening in the part of the lake that I was fishing. Nobody did really well in the section of the lake that I chose to fish. I fished various sections of the lake over the years. Historically, that section that I fished is normally good in pre-spawn. This year, it seemed like it was just a little off. I don't know if the fish were a little behind or what the situation was, but I kind of chose that area. I didn't want to run around too much, and it just didn't work out this year. So I just need to make sure I'm putting all of my efforts into this upcoming season to make sure that I make it back to the Bassmaster Classic so that we can try to contend for one next year.